Why is pattern mastering such an important topic? The knowledge from this topic can open your eyes to how patterns form in Aviator. It teaches you how to analyze the game pattern in the right way and understand the flow instead of simply following what happens round after round. Aviator has its own unique setup of pink formations. It is important to understand how these formations develop, how they repeat, and how they eventually come to an end. Why? Because when you understand the formation, you are no longer looking at the game blindly. You are learning to recognize what is happening in front of you. Before I continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss the next lesson. Now, there is something very important I want you to understand. Calculating the timing for a possible upcoming pink is different from pattern mastering. Pattern mastering is not mainly about calculating the next pink using minutes. Here, your goal is to master the game flow, study the patterns, and understand how different formations develop. In my last video, I explained that Aviator can repeat certain pattern setups. If you haven't watched that video yet, you can go back and watch it because it will help you understand this topic much better. This is where you need to develop your own creativity and observation. Sometimes the game can become very confusing. For example, you may be studying a particular timing pattern and expecting a certain gap. You may be watching a 5-minute gap, but instead the game suddenly gives you something completely different, maybe 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes, or another random-looking gap. When the timing becomes inconsistent like this, relying on timing alone can make the game difficult to read. This is where pattern mastering becomes important. Instead of depending entirely on a specific timing gap, you start paying attention to the overall game flow and the formation of pinks. You study things like: how are the pinks appearing? Are they coming individually? Are they beginning to appear closer together? Are you seeing clusters? Are double pink formations starting to develop? And what happens after that formation continues for some time? The purpose of pattern mastering is to teach you how to recognize these formations and understand their structure. Remember, this is different from trying to calculate an exact time for the next pink. Timing is one concept. Pattern mastering is another concept. And when the game becomes unpredictable with timing gaps, understanding the pattern and game flow can give you another way to analyze what you are seeing on the screen. I explained in the previous lesson that the game can repeat certain setups. So if you want to understand this topic properly, don't just look at one round. Look at the whole formation. Study how it begins. Study how it develops. Study how the pinks are positioned. And study how that formation eventually changes. That is the creativity and observation you need to develop. If you want to learn more about pattern mastering, I have detailed lessons available through the YouTube membership. You can check the membership information in the description and continue learning from the full lessons. Remember, the goal is not to participate blindly. The goal is to understand what you are observing, recognize the patterns, and make your analysis based on the game flow. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and tell me what patterns you have been noticing. Subscribe, press the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.